right. What a wonderful level. This is definitely a medium demon, definitely outside my normal difficulty range, but I was extremely impressed when I first saw this level, and it just sort of appeared in my recommended like a week ago, and the Dead Beats and Ice Rod struck my attention. I'd uploaded 2 levels by dead4beats now. This Chaos Gear and the Mineral Company, which was really great. And then Ice Rod, I think I've uploaded certainly a level at this point. They've created more, they've evolved those creator a lot since, but I have a backlog, so that's all that's been there for now. But I was very, very impressed with this level. I am a big fan of the way that the sort of hand-drawn sketch aesthetic was used in this level. From what I'm aware, this was started by Ice Rod. He did the first around a third of the level, and then sort of ran out of steam and made it like an open project for anyone to finish. And dead4beats picked it up and finished the rest of it. Basically, when the level turns blue is where the level shifts hands. And I found it really cool how the creators both had 2 definitely distinct visions with the level, but it works together super well. I think that the opening of the level being a lot more, not empty, but the space is, I guess empty would be the right word, but it works really well to sort of just establish the mood. And I think that what's really done well in this level is the sort of narrative and how there are these realistic landscapes, right, that you traverse, as well as these sort of divine landscapes as well, with the imagery of hands and Greek pillars and whatever, showing sort of like afterlife-esque imagery. I think that having those distinct settings established early and then providing the link to them later on in the explosion of the bomb and the destruction it causes, I think it's really cool storytelling to have the sort of link between those. And I think there's some solid foreshadowing as well. I think that the black bars having the timer in it is a pretty unique touch to the level. I think that maybe the black bars, disappearing when the bomb actually exploded could have been a nice touch, but it's still it'd be a small thing. And I think that overall there's some other like pieces of foreshadowing. Like there's in the cave section before the level opens up again at like 60%, there are some like dead bodies in the water. There are these subtle like hints that something ominous is happening, and I really like the reveal. It definitely caught me a bit by surprise the first time I watched this, but I was captivated by it. I think that it's also an interesting design decision that I guess maybe not intentionally, but dead4beats definitely put a lot more emphasis into detailing the landscapes. And I think maybe that could create a bit of contrast and make the level feel a bit disjointed, but I don't particularly mind that. I think that's more of just a difference in a bit of creating philosophy, but I don't think I think it works fine here, especially because the part at like 20 that Ice Rod built, while the background is not as detailed, I think there still is enough detailing within the foreground to not make it stand out. And I really like the color usage as well. I like that the colors of this level are simple. There's the yellow that gets introduced at the start. The blue looks really nice. There's also white parts, and I really like how the last ship part is orange. I think it's very symbolic of how things have just, things are that far gone to where the color of the world is just the heat that is let off from the bomb. I think that's really good symbolism was used with the colors, and in general I really love the blue heaven looking part. That part is just so pretty in general. I think this level works really well with the song as well. I don't know what the actual meaning of the song is, but I think it works well with a sort of end of the world type of theme. I think that covers most of the points. The gameplay is fine. Maybe the transition, like the first click of the robot at like 32 is a little bit blind, but no gameplay issues beyond that. It is an easy level, so unlikely for gameplay issues to really pop up. And the black bars don't really inhibit the gameplay either. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of this, even after realizing this is not in the difficulty range I normally upload. I figured I still definitely wanted to make sure I did get this on my channel because I do really love this level, and if I was a mod, I would certainly send this for Legendary. I haven't really seen this level talked about. The YouTube video has a lot of views. The level has a good amount of downloads for an unrated level, but I hadn't seen it talked about, and I wanted to spread this level because I think it is really wonderful. I think it is one of my favorites of the year. So, yeah, 100% recommend this one. Really hope this gets dead4beats their first epic at minimum. First legendary would be cool, but I don't know if this is the level RobTop. It's a type of level RobTop doesn't normally reward highly in the rating system, so cross my fingers. But yeah, GG's.